Okay guys, so this is now the last map on the list, which is Madagascar. Now there's a siege there. And as far as survival, there's a few spots you can do on this map. You can have all three people in this here on this balcony. And they come from down there, and a few from the left. So you can have one guy looking here. And the other two here. What you can also do is all three people stay where I am now, like this kind of floor here, and they come from that door. Just a few of them come from the right chokers. So here's another spot you can do. And I think, yeah, those I'll just recommend those. I mean, you can also have, there's a more sort of triangle shaped spots, but I guess I'm not gonna get into that because it's a bit more advanced. But yeah, just stick to those two variations. Is way good enough, you know. You can also like from here, but yeah, I'm not gonna show the other ones because they're very dependent on what the other players are doing. These ones, all three of you can stay together that I just showed, so it's a lot simple to do. The balcony one is probably the safest one out of these two, but this is fine too. I mean, you have a lot of cover here and all that. Now there's a siege there is inside here as well, where I'm standing now. It's a siege. Usually only the hardest sieges are here. When it's like the last round, the 10th wave siege is usually here, and the last siege is here, which is the normal one. Now for treasures, it also starts here. Here's the siege, right? For treasures, this first wave is here as well. There's treasures on the rope here and all kinds of stuff. Treasures up there, below. And the second wave of treasures transition to here, more to the middle. There's some treasures there, you have to climb on the rope. There's treasures at the top here. So everywhere, those are the treasures. For the treasure round, these are the first wave is there, second wave is here. And sieges already told you, and the survival, yeah, you know the spots already. So just know you can actually get this statue to come down. You need to have 3 explosives though. And if you throw China Lakes, any kind of explosive throw works here. If you throw about 3 of those, you see it's kind of almost there. And it makes the statue fall, and you can use that as cover. Now, yeah, for this spot here, you would probably use the M14 is the best option, because they spawn like really down there. It's a, you know, it's a really long range, so the M14 is probably the best option here. For the siege here in the middle, I guess the safest spot you can stay is inside the house here, because you have a lot of, you know, angle. But usually it doesn't work because it's the hardest. Only the hardest sieges are here, and it's when you have those guys with gems, you know, and armor. So they're pretty much teleporting everywhere. So it's you're kind of screwed either way. So, but I would suppose staying like up top here or something is probably the best option you would have. Oh, and make sure you get Eldorados for those sieges, because they tend to, also mines and the C4s, you can, you know, get them all over the place, because it's kind of crazy. They come like crazy, like 10 guys at once, and they're all over, teleporting all over the place. You cannot hide. So you can have also the Shoot of Asgard if you're about to die and you use it. There's a box right here, so you can keep rebuying whatever you want. And just like I said if you throw the turret, it makes it fall like that. And then you can start using this as cover. You can also use the pillar, but you know, you can use this as cover. It's kind of cool. Just don't stay below it when it falls, because it will instantly kill you. Okay, so let's go to the next map now on the list. Okay guys, so the next map on the list is here, Remnants. Now for the survival, you can probably just stay here in the middle, like, cause they spawn down there. You can have two people. Yeah, no, the third guy is kind of, he has to be transitioned, but have one person here. This is just one variation. Have one person here, they'll come from the stairs right in front of you and you can shoot them. Have the second person here, also they come from the stairs there. And the third person has to kind of go back and forth from both sides, because he's going to be the one that influences the spawn. As soon as he crosses this middle point, they're gonna start spawning more from there. And as soon as he does the same, they're gonna start spawning more from there. So you just kind of keep transition shooting both sides, and when you kill everyone on this side, you go help the guy on this side. While you're helping, they'll be spawning there like crazy for the other guy, and you know, just keep doing that. That's the first variation. And the second variation you can do, which is probably a lot more simple than this, and the one you should probably do it, it's all three people stay like here, and they come from the tunnel there. They spawn down there and come from the tunnel, and a few of them come from there's the rope, and they shoot you from the side here, but usually they're always alone, so it's an easy to deal with. Most, like 90% of them come from the tunnel there, and all three of you can shoot. Make sure you don't go over this, because that would change the spawn, so stay behind this thing. If you need to regenerate or something, you can just drop down. You can have mines there, you can have mines here, all kinds of stuff to protect you. You can throw grenades there, the tunnel, RPGs, China. So yeah, that's probably the best spot you can do. 3 people there for the survivals. Now, treasures, the first wave starts here. There's treasures like using the rope here in front of me. There's treasures climbing that pillar. Treasures inside the cave there. More treasures here, inside there. And the second wave transitions to here. So there's a few treasures here. Treasures here in the middle. Treasures in here in the back. Below. And just know that some treasures, they stay here when you have to climb this thing. So especially on a mirror round, people will tend to miss this a lot. So there's treasures here, you have to like drop all the way down to grab them and then climb up. Yeah, and maybe some treasures even inside there, but yeah, some treasures there for sure inside the cave there, and also on the other cave. So you have to actually climb there and go inside. So for the siege now, yeah, there's a siege here, which is the you know, in the middle there, first one. The second siege is here on the side of the map, right here. When you have those hunter glasses special rounds, it's also always this siege right here, and they come from all over the place. And the final siege is on the other side of the map, like right there. Here is the other siege. They usually come spawn from there and from inside the cave. So yeah, that's the siege, the treasures, and the survival spots you can do. So let's go to the next map.
Si on allait piller quelques trésors, ça vous dit?
Okay guys, so this is the next map on the list, which is Iceland. This is a very interesting one. So, the spots here, they're actually they pretty much revolve around this area here. So the spots, they revolve around this area here. And what you want to do is have the best one, I guess, the fastest one you can do. Have one guy here, where I am now, and he shoots any guy that comes from there. You can also probably stay here if you want to, or even here. He just has to be like, let's just say there's a line here in the middle. You want him to stay to the left, anywhere here on the left. That's where, and he also does not cross the line here, which is in the middle. So there's a line there and there's a line there. You want him at the left side, the upper left side. Let's call it that, the bottom. You want him on the upper left side. Now the other guy stays here. Okay, so the third guy stays here, and you can see them spawn there. You can throw grenades at them too. If you have the Harbinger, it's really good. You can pretty much one shot kill them. And you can use the wall to cover as well. You can go further away to see the spawn there. And the last guy, he stays up here, and he can see too. He could actually stay here and all, but I just like to put him up here because then he can actually see them dropping. Whereas there he cannot. So then you have two people shooting them at where they're spawning. You can also throw grenades. You can have mines like here, mines up there in case they climb. And this guy, he gets like some loose ends that they spawn from there. Maybe he can kill them. So that's kind of the triangle shape. Now the other way you can do, if you're not that coordinated, you can have like one guy here, one guy here, two people here actually, like, and they will spawn, they will come from up there, and you can just shoot them. You can have one guy here, or even here. So yeah, those are the you can have mines all over. These are the spots for this map that you guys can do.
Goûte-moi ça. Envoie-moi la note. Oh putain! Hasta la vista! Ah! Dans ta gueule! C'est bon, Sully, on a réussi. Là, ça rigole. Pas de problème, on s'en occupe. Et je vais commencer. Dans lui. Mange-toi ça! Tu l'as bien cherché! École est finie! Dans ta gueule!
pratique, c'est encore mieux. Vous les avez bien remis à leur place.
J'ai le sentiment qu'on n'en a pas fini.
Now, for the treasure, the treasure starts here. There are some treasures here you have to climb. There's treasures all over here. There's the rope. There's more treasures here on the other rope as well. And you just, there's the second transition is towards here in the middle. There's treasures there and all that. And yeah, that's the second wave, and the first wave is over there. Now for the sieges are really tricky on this map. So I would have, the best way you can do is really get the mines for this one and have them, like, you know, kind of around here, because they're going to be dropping from up there. You could also have mines here because they come from this place too. And you pretty much, the best way you can really do is camp here, because well, actually at the start you can camp here, like behind the cover here, because they only come from the top. But once they start coming from here, you kind of, you have no cover anymore. So you can, best way to do is staying here, which they can still shoot you because you're, but if you go all the way down here, then you're safe. You can shoot the head of the guys and all. You can also use this pillar cover, but as soon, just be careful, because as soon as it explodes, it's going to fall. And if you're next to it, you're gonna die too. So, and you can start using this as cover. But like I said, from here you're exposed to that side, so it doesn't really help. Okay, so yeah, so from here you're exposed. Especially at the end, they start coming from all sides like crazy. Split up. So what you want to do at that point is stay here, where you're most safe. You have the mines there. You can keep replacing them as they explode, or you can have C4s as well. Both work. And you can have also those C4s around here. So as soon as they, I mean the mines. So as soon as they use the rope to come to you, they will get blown up by the mines. And again, as soon as they blow up, you want to replace them. That way you're always safe. And with those, mines should be enough, but you can also use Eldorados if you want. And if maybe they throw grenades at you or something, you can just drop down here to escape them, and as soon as they explode, you go back up. But like I said, if you have steadfast, that kind of stuff that I covered in the loadout, it's gonna be, those will be no problem to you can even tank them. So yeah, this is this siege, which is the first one. Probably the trickiest one. The second siege is right here. You can also use that pillar as cover. If it blows up and you're below it, you're gonna die. But no, if it's destroyed, it creates more cover for you. And I don't think here is inside the siege, but yeah, you can probably stay here. Some of them come from down there and from there. Here is also pretty exposed. It's kind of bad, but I guess the best option would be to down this pillar and stay here, because then you have some kind of cover. You know, and they also come from that side, so you can shoot them from here. And you can have mines probably here, so they don't, when they jump, they die, you know, they don't overrun you, don't get behind your back, especially those shotgun guys. And you can also have some mines like up here at the top, so they will stop here instead of going inside to kill you. And the third and final siege is right here where I'm standing now. And the best thing you can do is climb up here. I mean, the safest thing, I guess. It gives you a good line of sight too. They come from inside there usually, and also from the back, and also from down there at the start, which you can watch from here. You can also stay here at the top too. Very good angles. So this is the easiest siege of this map. The other ones are really hard. And yeah, you can have mines up down there, so when drop, they will get blown up. You can have maybe one mine there, one there, just to keep them from, you know, getting too close. And maybe I'll one mine there, one mine here, but that's usually not necessary because from here you can kill them way before they get to you. And yeah, this is for this map. Let's go to the next one. Okay guys, so this is the next on the list, which is river. Now the treasures is the same as in the stars. It starts here all over. There's the rope, treasures there, and then it transitions the second wave of treasures to here. There's treasures there, treasures there, treasures inside here, the house, and you have to use the rope there to get some treasures too. Both ropes. Now for the survival, you just want to camp here, all three of you. This is where I like to stay, and they spawn down there. You just also for the mirror thing, same thing. You can all just grab here. Now one trick I like to do is if you have one person here, remember where I said you can one hit melee them from the edge. Oh great, just fall down, yeah. You can use that spot to do that because as you see there's like a cover like right next to the edge, so you can use the cover to kick them, and the kick will push them right away to the edge, and you can just follow up with the last hit to finish them off. It's gonna push them off the edge, so that's good. It works with the armor, everyone. And usually even if it doesn't work, you push them wrong, usually it pushes them towards here. It's also an edge, or even if it pushes them here, it's also an edge. You can just finish them by continue to melee. Now if three people are two up to the left here, what happens is it might make them spawn on the right there behind you, a few of them. So if you have one guy like all the way here, you know, like right here, you could even stay on top here with the sniper and whatnot, or maybe down here. It's a little bit better because then they're not gonna spawn down there if someone is here. But if all three are like right here at the top, then it makes them spawn a few of them back there. If you have Raider, I mean, it's only a few, but it's kind of bad because sometimes you're focused on there and they're shooting you from the back here, so just keep that in mind. Now, okay guys, so this is the sieges for the river. There's a siege over here, right in, like over there in the house. Like you can even, here is still inside. You can kind of take cover and shoot. But probably the best way to is goes all the way over there as well. So probably the best way you can do is just stay inside here, the house, the second floor, and you can shoot them from here and from here, and also from here. They start coming from here at first, and you can like take cover. You can have mines here blocking if they go up on both sides. Probably the easiest way to do this siege. Now the second siege is over here in the middle. It kind of ends here, and pretty much is the house, both the first and the second floor. And again, you probably best have mines all over here, so when they use the rope and stuff like that, they come from there as well. Some of them may come from here in the middle. And if you have mines, you're kind of covered because it's kind of really claustrophobic over here. Really tight space. The best thing you can do is really kill them before they use the rope and get to you. But even if they do, you can have the mines for extra safety. And the final one is just a normal siege, which is the same as in the stars. It's right here. And your survival you'll do over there, but I mean you can also do it from here. It's a bit safer. They come from there as well, and from here if you want to do the survival or marksman over here. And yeah, that's the sieges for river. Okay guys, so this is the next map on the list for the survivor arena. Now there's a siege there. Well, yeah, the map is a part colony, of course. The other siege is right there at that house there, and those are actually the only ones. There's only 2 sieges for this map. Now, as far as the survival rounds go, yeah, let me just actually tell you real quick how you want to go about the sieges. So for this siege here, you want to have someone like below here. You can watch both sides, and you want to have someone here, which he has the first shot on people coming from the right, and he can also help on the second floor, on the lower floor for the left. If they're starting to come up the boat, he can also shoot here. And the third guy, you want him up here, so he also has a view on the left, on the right side there, but he has a good view on the second floor here, on the upper floor, and if some guys are below there, he can also shoot them. So if you have 3 people placed like that, you're pretty well covered for this siege. Now survival rounds, you can stay here, all 3 of you, and they'll come, you know, they'll come from there straight to you, and you can just shoot them. You can have mines all over to keep you safe. You can also stay on this side. I actually have a guide on this map for the stars, which works the same way here if you want to, for the arena, as far as where to the camping spot. So if you want to see that as well, just search the channel. You can also stay here behind this line. Do not cross this line, and they're gonna spawn there in front of you. You can actually see them drop, or you can stay on this side of the line. That's as further as you can be on the line, not to cross the line, and they'll spawn in the boat there and come straight to you. And you can also camp up there for the survival on this house there, and they'll come from there, from the boat. It's a clear shot for you and your team. And now for this siege here, I think they first come from the right side always, so you can, you know, have some people here. They climb there, that's where they climb, and they come to you. Maybe can have someone here too, and later they start coming from the left side, which you can have someone here to watch. Now there's the treasure round. The treasure round, it starts over the boat. That's where the first wave of treasure spawn. And there's treasures like here, you have to walk up. There's treasures on the rope, there's treasure at the top, all over here. And the second wave of the treasure, it's all up here in the middle of the map. There's like treasures here all over. There's treasures like up there in the middle here, the breach down there. You have to use the rope to grab them. And yeah, that's it for the treasures. I covered the siege, the survivals, your 3 options if you want to camp. Pretty easy. And let's move on to the next map.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Okay guys, so this is the next map on the list, which is Sunken Ruins. Now as far as siege, there's a siege right here where I'm standing already. You can use this to damage them if they climb the stairs. They usually camp all over there, come from that side too. And yeah, for this siege, this is probably the safest spot your team can be. You know, watching both sides from here. Just watch out for the grenades. You can also, like, if they get too close, you can use the rope to melee them. It's like an instant kill. I don't think it's very safe, but you can have someone down here too. The main problem here is really just be careful with the grenades, because they're gonna, if you're like all siege here, they're gonna be throwing grenade and you don't kill them fast enough, they're gonna be throwing grenade all over you. You can just go to here to wait for the grenade to explode and then come back. You can have mines, you know, C4s up here to protect you from them going climbing the stairs behind you. And you can also shoot them from here. You cannot, there's a line here which the siege ends. You cannot like kill them from here, it doesn't count, unfortunately. And some of them might actually climb here and try to shoot you. Well, the same for the other side. But if your whole team is here, they like an easy kill because everyone's gonna be shooting them together. But yeah, that's the first siege. For survival, you want to stay here. This is the best side for all the team. Possible spot, camping spot. And they just come from behind there. You can shoot them as they get to this door, the doorway there. You can also stay on this side. Yeah, but that's where you want to stay for markmen, survival and all that. You and your whole team. And the second siege is up there, which is the normal for the stars as well. You want to have 2 people here, which is the main direction they come, and 1 guy watching here at the back. And the treasure is also just like the normal stars map, which is the first wave is all over here, and the second wave is all over there on the first siege that I showed you, all over there. And the third siege location is right here, right in the middle of the map. And they usually come from there, and later they start coming from behind as well. This is a really bad siege. It's the worst siege, the hardest for sure, because you have, like, you can use the water if you need to recover and then climb back up, but you're kind of pinned down here because you don't have much options for cover because you're exposed from almost every side. But yeah, as long as your team is shooting together, you should have no problem handling this. You can have mines on both doors as well and all that, Eldorados, that kind of stuff. And yeah, this covers this map, which is Sunken Ruins for the survival arena. This is survival is all there. I told you the sieges and the treasures. Oh, let me actually just go over some tips on the treasure. There's usually 2 treasures here. You can climb them, you can grab them just by going to the edge. You don't actually need to jump. You can also get both of them by just climbing here. There's 2 treasures here as well. You can grab them by doing this, by dropping like this. You grab both of them. You have to climb here. And if you do this, it doesn't work. But if you climb from here, then you grab both of them as well. Now there's also treasures for both sides where you have to jump like this to grab it. You can kind of bypass that by going here. You climb to the side and you have to jump. If you just go running like this, you're not going to grab it. Once you're up here, you have to mandatorily jump to grab the treasure that you would have to do this instead. So you want to go up, climb, go up and jump. That's what I meant, to jump. As soon as you're up, you want to jump and you're going to grab it. Same thing goes for the other side there. You just climb sideways like this and jump. Now for this treasure, most people like to do this. You don't need to do that. You can get it from here inside the house and then just go this. And once this treasure, there's 2 treasures up there, which can be a bit troublesome. Now as soon as the second wave starts and you just finished here, what I like to do is I just climb here, and just by doing this path you can also just go to the edge here and you grab those 2 here. from here, what you gotta do is vault over this and jump before actually. So you're not doing this. You're not doing that. What you're actually doing is jumping over like that and then using the rope. Because if you don't do that, the character is going to be too low on the rope and it's not going to grab the treasure that is right there. So you want to jump and use the rope as soon as possible. Now once you get to there, what you want to do is jump, press X to let go of the rope, and then you keep holding circle to not grab the surface like that. By holding circle, you'll instantly drop, and by doing a drop like that, you will automatically grab both of the treasures. There's one up top and one below. And once you fell down here, you can just continue to grab those here below, or you can climb here, grab those two treasures here, and then use the rope to the other side. So it's all up to you. And yeah, that's it for this map. Let's go to the next one. Okay guys, so this is the next map on the list, which is near Devon. Let me just cover the treasures. I'm close to it. The first wave of the treasure is right here, next to that arsenal. There's treasures here already. You have to use the rope to grab them. There's treasures on top. There's treasures below, all over here. The same thing for the other side. Treasures there, and then the second wave moves towards that direction. There's treasures here, there's treasures below. You have to also go up to grab them. There's treasures all over here. You have to go up. There's treasures here as well. You have to use the rope there, and that's the second wave. There's a siege right here where I'm standing. You want to make sure to cover both sides. The second location of the siege is right here in the middle. Again, cover both sides. You can have mines and all that. And the third siege is right here where I'm standing now. They come from there. They come from here. And for survival, you can stay up here in the house, markman, all that. Wait for them to come to you, which is the safest option of all. And the second option, which is faster, is staying here. And they come from the hallway. Same thing from the other side, like here. But this side here is better. You can have one person here, one person here, watching down there. And you can have the third person here if you want, with sniper and whatever. And make sure you have mines there on both sides to cover you so you don't get overwhelmed. And yeah, that's it for this map. Let's go to the next one.